Hello girls and boys, my name is Miss Vanessa and I'm going to be your counselor today for the crafting corner. Now, today's video is going to be dedicated to a craft that you can do with your entire family. I want you to be able to grab everybody in your household so you guys can spend time together, everybody can feel included. Before we begin our craft, let me introduce myself a little bit. I am going to be a senior at Rutgers this fall. I am studying psychology and creative writing. And one of my favorite pastimes is crafting. I love being able to DIY stuff for around the house or just things to keep me occupied with. Now, let's get into what this craft is going to be about today. And that is slime. We are going to be doing slime today. I'm going to show you 4 different recipes that you probably already have ingredients for around your house to do different versions of slime. And I'll be showing you where to get the ingredients. If you don't have it, don't worry, I'll show you where to get them. I'll show you possible alternatives for them. So let's get started. All right. We are going to start off with our first recipe, which is baking soda, glue, and saline. Now, I don't have all the recipes memorized off the top of my head, so I have my phone over here with the recipes down, so if I glance there every now and again, that's why. So let's get started by telling you what you guys are gonna need. So you are going to need a bowl and something to mix with, whatever you have, a plastic fork, spoon, knife. I have a crafting stick, but you can use whatever works for you. You are going to need some baking soda. You can get at your local grocery store. You are going to need glue. I'm going to be showing you 2 different ways you can use it using white glue, like school glue, Elmer's glue, and clear glue. And you're also going to need saline solution or contact lens solution. Now, we're going to start off by using the white glue, and you are going to need 5 fluid ounces of the school glue. And if you do not have a measuring cup that has ounces on it, 5 fluid ounces is equivalent to about a little more than a cup of glue. You want to pour the white glue. Make sure we get all of it in the bowl. And now we're going to take our half of a teaspoon of baking soda. We're going to mix it in. And now that that's mixed in, we are going to take our 1 tablespoon of saline or contact lens solution. The saline solution is what's going to give us the texture of slime that we're looking for. And once you get it at the texture we're looking for, it's now up to you how you want to decorate your slime. You can leave it plain like this. You can add some acrylic paint that you can get at your local craft store or local dollar store. I'll leave this one plain, and then the next one, we'll add some fun colors to it. Okay, now we're gonna take a quart size plastic bag so we can save it for later. There we go. And this is our white glue slime. Okay, let's put it in our bag. Our white glue slime recipe. Which was again our baking soda, contact lens solution, our white glue. Now, we're going to do that again, but using clear glue. All right, so we're going to take our 5 fluid ounces, which like I said before is about a cup and a little bit more. Okay, put this off to the side, pour it into our bowl. Make sure we're getting all of it out. Scrape everything from it, we don't want to waste anything. We are once again going to take our half a teaspoon of baking soda, pour it in, and we're gonna mix. We're gonna make sure everything is completely dissolved in each other. And then we are going to take our 1 tablespoon of the contact lens or saline solution. And like I said before, this is what's going to activate the slime. It's going to give us that texture that we're looking for. And you can get saline solution at your local drugstore. Pour it in, and then we mix. Now before it gets too thick, let's add some color. So I think I'm going to do blue. However much you want to add, the more you add, the more color is going to be there, the darker the color will be, the more it'll show. Look at that. And now we have some blue slime. Isn't that cool? You can mix it with your hands. Make sure all the color is nice and mixed in there. we go. Won't leave any mess on your hands or anything like that, which is the best part about these recipes. You want to keep it as mess-free as possible and not have too much to clean up afterwards. Right. Perfect. There we go. We have our two versions. We have the one that we made with white glue. We kept it plain. You can keep it plain, or you can do just like with the clear glue. You can add some paint to it. You can add some glitter, whatever you want. And just as a reminder, we used 5 fluid ounces, a little bit more than a cup of school glue, whichever one you have. We used 1 tablespoon of contact lens solution or activator for the slime, and then half a teaspoon of baking soda. All right. Now let's move on to our second recipe. This one is going to be our stay flow recipe. Now, for this, you're going to need 1 cup of school glue. Like I said, I'm going to be doing both versions, one with white glue, one with clear glue. You're going to need half a cup of Stay Flow liquid starch. You can find it in your laundry aisle at your local grocery store. And you're going to need, if you want to decorate something with paint, glitter. So let's get started. Now, just so you want to see what it is. This one's super slimy. And this one I added blue paint and I added some blue glitter as well. You can't really see it, but we'll add a lot more next time so you guys can. Okay, now, what you're gonna need is pretty much the same. You're gonna need another bowl, something to mix with. And then you're gonna need your cup of school glue. So we're gonna start with the white again. 1 cup. I'm going to be using this measuring cup that you can find at your local dollar store. Fill it all the way up. Mess. We're going to pour it into our bowl. Okay. And now that we have this, we are then going to add our half a cup of Stay Flow liquid starch. Quick little mix before. And here's the Stay Flow, half a cup. I'm going to use this measuring cup. I'm going to add it in. We're going to start to mix. I added a little bit too much Stay Flow, so I'm going to add a little bit more glue just to balance it out. Same cup that we used before, our 1 cup. Just a little bit, not too much. It's okay if you make a mistake like me, we can always fix it. We're going to keep mixing. So we get the texture that we want. Okay, make sure it's really good and mixed. Starting to get that texture that we want. There we go. Okay. Make sure it's nice and thick. Let's move this off to the side so you guys can get a better view of what I'm doing. I don't know if this batch is working out the way that I want it to. And you know what? Let's restart this batch real quick. That's because I might have added a bit too much stay flow. So let's restart. It's okay, let's take a quick second to clean up first. That's okay. Starting from square one. Add our 1 cup of spool glue. Get as much of it in there as we can. Okay. Adding it into our bowl. Much of it out as you can. Okay. And now a little bit less stay flow this time. Sometimes it helps to do it little by little and then eye it out. Mix it in together. It's nice and mixed. Let me pause real quick. All right, took a brief little intermission. I just remembered that the Stay Flow doesn't react that well with white glue, so we're gonna try it with the clear glue and see if that gives us some better results. So we're gonna clear this away. We're gonna grab our bowl, something to mix with, and let's go over the recipe. It's gonna be 1 cup of school glue, half a cup of Stay Flow liquid starch. You can find it in your laundry aisle at your local grocery store, and then something to decorate the slime with. All right, now let's take our clear glue. We're gonna add a cup. Add it to our bowl. All right, and now we're going to add our half a cup of liquid starch. Keep mixing them until we get the texture that we want. Let's put this out of the way. Okay. This batch is already starting to look a lot more like slime. And we're gonna have to keep mixing and mixing and mixing and mixing. It'll take a little bit, but it'll be worth it. All right, and just like last time, before it starts to get too thick, now is the time to add our paint and our glitter. So this time, we're gonna add some glitter. I think I'm gonna go for some pink glitter. Our pink glitter's not open. Do blue instead. Add as much as you want. Then we're going to mix it in. So all the glitter is mixed in with our slime. There we go. All right. It's looking a lot better. Hands. Mix it around a little bit. We're going to mix it into a little ball. We're going to grab our quart-sized plastic bag. To put it in and save for later. Get all this slime off our fingers. Quart-sized bag. We're going to gather gather it up into a little ball like we did last time. And then there we go. We have our Stay Flow slime. Okay, let's get the rest of this slime off our hands. Comes off really easy. All you have to do is rub your hands together. They'll stick together, and then you can pick it off. Next, we're going to move on to our borax slime recipe. I'm going to put this off to the side. We're going to grab our bowl. Now remember with the Stay Flow, it's a little bit messier, it's a little bit stickier, but like I said, just rub your hands together and it'll come off, run it under some water, and you'll be good to go. All right. Grab our bowl, something to mix with. And we're going to move on to our borax slime recipe. Now, you are going to need some borax detergent booster. You can get it at your local grocery store in the laundry aisle. And you are going to need a 1/2 cup of school glue, a 1/4 cup of water, and whatever you want to decorate your slime with. Now, we're going to start by mixing our borax and our water first. So we're going to take our 1 tablespoon of borax powder. Ooh. Trying to make a mess like me, I'm so clumsy. Okay. There we go. Put it back over here. And then we're going to take our 1/4 cup of water. All right. There we go. And now we're going to mix them together so the borax doesn't start to clump up. The powder is going to dissolve in the water, and that's what we want. Nice and mixed up. Perfect. All right. Then we are going to take our 1/2 cup of school glue. Now this one we're going to do with the white and the clear glue. So let's start off with our white glue. This measuring cup, we're going to measure it up to a 1/2 cup. Okay. A little bit more. About that much. We're mixing our borax. We don't want it to clump up. And put this to the side. We're going to add our glue. Borax powder is what's going to start to give us that slime texture. So this one we're just going to fold into our borax and water mix until it's nice and mixed into the slime. Just like this. Just keep folding. Remember to press into it every now and again. And then we fold again. And then we press. You can use your hands for this one. So that's what we're gonna do. Move this off to the side. Put our stick down. Flip. Press into it. Just like that. This one's not as messy, so it's not going to stick to your fingers. So you don't have to worry about that for this recipe. Right. Doing it, and it's going to get thicker, as you can see. All right, now what do we want to do to this one? We want to add pink again. I'm thinking red. A little bit. Take our spoon, mix it around, and we're going to fold it into itself like we were doing before to get the color to spread. Okay. All right. Put our paint away. There we go. Grab our quart-sized bags. Now this slime isn't going to be as stretchy. This one's more of a, it gives you a thicker recipe, a thicker version of slime. And you can kind of squish around like this. Okay, put the slime away. And there we go. We have our borax slime. All right, you might want to watch. Now, every different recipe we have is going to give you a different type of slime, so you're going to want to watch the entire video to see which texture, which kind of slime you prefer. All right, now let's move on to our last recipe for this video, which is going to be our shaving cream fluffy slime. This one's my personal favorite. I'm excited for this one. All right, now what you're gonna need is 2/3 of a cup of school glue. You're gonna need 2/3 of a cup of shaving cream, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon of water, and then 2 tablespoons of contact lens solution. All right, now let's get started. We're going to do our white school glue, and we're going to do 2/3 of a cup. We're going to use this measuring cup. important to make sure that you have all the measuring tools that you need because you want to get everything as exact as we can. All right, let's double check. Just a smidge more. There we go. All right. Our 2/3 of a cup of our school glue. We're gonna pour it into our bowl. Get everything out as we can, as much out as we can. Okay. Give it a little mix. Now we're gonna add our 2/3 of a cup of shaving cream. Now we're using men's shaving cream. It's your preference, whatever you have at home. We're gonna measure this up for 2/3 of a cup. Okay. Let's grab another stick just to push it down so I can make sure that it's as much as I need. Okay, grabbing out all the shaving cream that I can. Put this off to the side. Now we're gonna mix. I want this to be as well combined as we can get it. Okay. Remember, it's going to be 2/3 a cup of school glue, 2/3 a cup of shaving cream. We're going to be moving on to our 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon of water and 2 tablespoons of contact/saline solution. All right. We're going to move on to our 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon of water. So we're going to get our 1 tablespoon. Add that in. And then a teaspoon of water. Start mixing that. This one is a little bit messier to make. All right. Now we're going to add our 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. You off to the side. Here's our 1/2 teaspoon. We're going to mix those in together. Get it as good and combined as we can get it. And now that our baking soda is mixed in, we're going to add our slime activator like last time, which is going to be our contact lens solution or saline solution that you can get, like I already said before, at your local drugstore. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon. And another one. is going to be the time that we're going to add in whatever we want to add in to decorate with. I am going to do this lilac color, this light purple. Okay, and we're going to add some glitter. We'll add some gold glitter. Okay, let's mix. Just like that. Get it nice and combined. Now remember, you can add as much paint as you want. The more paint that you add, the darker the color is going to be. I only added a little bit. We're going to grab it in our hands. We'll finish off by mixing it with our hands like this. Now this one's my favorite. I just love the texture. It's super light and fluffy. This one doesn't stick to your hands as much. And then we roll it into our little ball. We're gonna grab our quart-sized plastic bag. Put it back in the bowl just for a quick second so we can open up the bag. Okay. Roll it into a little ball. Open up the bag. And there we go. We have our shaving cream fluffy slime. All right, let's move this off to the side. Give a quick little cleanup. Let's bring out all the slimes that we made today. All right, now let's go over the slimes and the recipes that we made. Starting off with the first that we made, which was our glue, saline, and baking soda slimes. We used both clear glue and white glue. It was a half a teaspoon of baking soda, a tablespoon of contact lens solution, and 5 fluid ounces of school glue. Now this one we left plain with the white glue. This one we added some paint. And then we moved on to our Stay Flow recipe. Now, this one we have to remember works best with clear glue. It doesn't really react very well with the white glue, so if you have clear glue, that's what it works best with. And for this one, it was a cup of school glue, a half a cup of Stay Flow liquid starch, and I added some glitter to decorate. And this one was a little bit of a messier one. It's a little bit stickier. Still fun though. Then we moved on to our borax recipe, or borax slime, which is the thicker slime, the one that's more for squishing. Now, this one was a tablespoon of borax powder, a half a cup of school glue, a 1/4 a cup of water, and whatever you wanted to decorate. We added a little bit of paint, and we kneaded it in. And then we finished off with our shaving cream slime, which was 2/3 of a cup of glue, 2/3 of a cup of shaving cream, a tablespoon and a teaspoon of water, and 2 tablespoons of contact lens solution. And then for this one, we decorated it with some acrylic paint and some glitter. All right, guys, that was pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed. our video today because I really enjoyed making it for you. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had fun watching. Let me know which slime was your favorite. Let me know which ones you guys want to make, and I'll see you back here next time. Bye, guys.